Good morning to one and all present here. I am Kashish Vishkarma from Prestige Institute of Management and Research. I am a BTech CSE first year student and today I am here for the presentation on the topic beta gamma function. So in that topic I am having here proof that P and Q are integers. Okay, so first of all we need to prove that P and Q are the integers and then beta of P comma Q plus 1 upon Q is equals to beta of P plus 1 comma Q upon P equals to beta of P comma Q upon P plus Q. So we need to prove this relation. Okay, so how we have to prove it? So we need to solve it step by step. That means first we are going to prove this term to this term. Okay, then after that this middle term to the last term. Clear? So for this, we are first solving the LHS side. So we will prove first of all from this term, first term and second term. Okay, so we are going to prove this to this. Now, solving this, what we have done, just very simple. We have just written 1 by Q outer side and then multiplied with beta of P comma Q plus 1. Okay, now we know the relation or the formula of beta function, that is beta of P comma Q is equals to integration of 0 to 1 x raised to the power P minus 1 into 1 minus x raised to the power Q minus 1 into dx. So this formula we need to use here. So when you use this formula you are getting two functions over here. Now we know that in integration the two functions, if they are in multiplication, then we have to solve it by parts, integration by parts. Okay. So what is the formula for it? It is whole integration 0. So here it is 0. Okay, 0 to 1 limit, and then we have to solve it up. Okay, so the formula, let me write here for that, is integration of first into second. Okay, is equals to first function as it is integration of second function minus whole integration of differentiation of first function and then integration of second function, then whole integration. So this is the formula of by parts. Okay, so this formula we have used over here. Okay, we have taken first function 1 minus x raised to the power q and second function as x raised to the power p minus 1. Okay, and this we have put within the limits, and after limits when we solve this up, okay, after putting the limits we are getting 1 upon p beta of p plus 1 comma q. So this we are getting, right? So what we did, we have proved this to this. Now our next turn is to prove this to this, right? Now how you will you'll prove it. So for this we to make this question very simple, we are having here, we are using the property of ratio and proportion that we have studied in our simpler smaller classes. Okay, so this we have to do. Now for doing this you should know this relation. Okay, so let me tell you about it. Okay, so it is A upon B equals to C upon D equals to E upon F. This is the ratio and proportion property. For this we are getting what? A plus C upon B plus D, or you can write it as A plus C upon B plus D plus C, and more combinations you can make like C plus E upon D plus F or A plus C upon B plus F. So this property, when you will use this property here, so what we did right now, we have written this function as here, okay, this and this. Okay, so the first one we have written here and the middle part we have written here. Okay, and then we have used this property. Okay, so after using this property, what we are getting is 1 upon P plus Q into beta of P comma Q plus 1 plus beta of P plus 1 comma Q. Okay, now again what we are doing is we are using the beta and gamma function relation. Okay, so what is that relation? It is beta mn is equals to gamma m into gamma n upon gamma of m plus n. So this is the beta and gamma relation, and using this relation what we have written here is 1 upon P plus Q as it is in the outside, then whole bracket upon inside we have just used that property, and gamma of p into gamma of q plus 1 upon gamma of p plus q plus 1, then plus gamma of p plus 1 into gamma q upon gamma of p plus q plus 1. Okay. Now after that, what we used here is we used here property of gamma of n plus 1, that is equals to gamma n into n. Okay. So this property we have used over here, and what we got, 1 upon p plus q we have written as it is. Then here we have used this gamma p into q into gamma q upon p plus q into gamma of p plus q. Then we have written here plus gamma p into gamma q into p, then upon p plus q, then gamma of p plus q. Then what we did, we did it very simple. We have just taken the common terms outside, that is gamma of PQ were common, so we have taken there it as common there. Then this was, the denominators were same, so we have written it like that. And then after solving this up, what we got, beta of p comma q upon p plus q, right? So we got this up. That means we have proved this and the whole. Okay. So this was the proof which we have done upon, and we have used. So we have used here the concept of ratio and proportion. Okay. If we won't use this relation, then it would be very harder, or maybe said as difficult to solve this question. So this was my presentation. So now here my presentation comes to an end. So I would like to thank Devendra Gautam sir for giving me the wonderful opportunity to present over here. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.